That's Dash.
And that's my friend Caroline.
And we're Rolling Bones.
And today she's going to help me teach you how to play Swamp Crown.
Also known as Kingdomino.
Yeah. So let's get started. Here is Kingdomino, better known as Swamp Crown.
I should add that it's known as Swamp Crowns because we've played it. If you look up Swamp Crowns, you will not find this game.
Definitely correct. The premise to this game is you have your little castle. You are trying to build a profitable kingdom through resources and things like that. Depending on how many players you have determines the size of the kingdom. If you have
2 players, it's a 7x7. If you have
Yes.
3 or 4 players, it's a 5x5 grid.
Yes. And we'll show you what that actually means as we move on through the game. You start with your castle. The next element to the game is you have these tiles. And these tiles are stacked randomly. Each tile has 2 types of land on it. So you have, I'm not actually sure what the official names are. So you have wheat and forest, water, mines, grass or meadows, and then swamps, where Swamp Crown comes from. And maybe before this video is done, Caroline will sing you her song about swamps and tell you the story of Token 2 Swamps and the Weed Queen.
Oh no! Exposing all of the secrets today.
Yes. So you have those, and that's what you're actually trying to build your kingdom out of.
On the back of these tiles, you have numbers. And these numbers are important because you want to order them from lowest to highest. So if we can...
So you put four dominoes out, or 4 tiles out, and you put them in order from lowest to highest, or from highest to lowest, whichever.
Yeah. And then you do get to look at these tiles, and so you flip them over, and then you're going to choose which ones you want with these lovely little people.
These little meeples.
And so if you choose the lowest numbers, you go first
on the next round. So, and then the higher numbers you go last. So with 2 people, if she was going first, she would place her first one, then I would place one, and I want this Swamp Crown.
Then I will choose that one.
And then I will choose this one. So then we would take from the stack of tiles here, we would take 4 more tiles and put them in order.
And then because I was first, because I took the lowest tile, then I would go next.
And so she would choose one, and then I would choose one, and then she would choose again, and then I would choose. And we would take those tiles that we chose, but as we take those tiles, we will build on our kingdom. So if I was the green, so when I took this swamp with a wheat on it, I would choose a place to put that on my castle. Now, when you're first placing, any of the squares touching your castle, or any of the spots that you put stuff, is considered wild, and you can put anything in that spot. So I will put this one here, and then Caroline would put hers down where her castle is. And then my second tile that I chose, I can either put on any of my wild spaces on my castle or link it with something that has the same land. So I will link it with my swamp.
I will link it as well because it's important that your stuff touches.
Yes.
It gets more points that way.
When you're scoring your points after you've built your whole land and you've run out of tiles or you've run out of space to put stuff because maybe you didn't have a very good city planner and you weren't if you can't place a tile at the end of the game because you set stuff up in weird places, then you just have to throw away that tile. You can't use that to get your points. But on some of the tiles there are crowns, and so if this were the end of the game and we were calculating stuff up, because this crown is touching another swamp, I count up the number of swamps I have that are touching each other, and then I count out the number of crowns in that grouping of things that are touching each other. So if I had this tile here as well, I have 4 swamps and I have 1 crown in there, so I get 1 crown for each swamp there, so I have 4 swamp crowns. So I would get 4 points for that and 2 points for this mine because he's not touching any other mines.
And it doesn't matter how many tiles you have touching, if there's not a crown on them, they don't count for points. So even though I do have 2 swamps over here, they'd still be worth nothing.
Now, if I had this like this, then I have 2 mines, but I have 4 crowns there, so I will get 8 points.
For your mines. And when you're placing down your tiles, it's just important to know that just one of the sides have to match. So he is allowed to put this tile here because the mines match and the swamps match. So because both of those match, or at least one of those match, it's okay, and that one doesn't have to.
Yeah. So in other words, I could put this one here, even though nothing matches except for the wheat. It's touching wheat, so that one matches there. We're going to go through a game from the beginning and show you how things are scored up. To begin the game, you mix your tiles up just so that they're all random, and then you just begin picking them up. And if you're one of the cool kids, you have a tower to put these in that's sold with one of the games, or you can buy it separately, or there are some 3D printing files out there to print them. Or you can build your own. So you just stack them up and in just random order. Okay. So my castle is here and I am the green.
And my castle is here and I am pink.
Yes. So we will take 4 cards down.
On the other side.
We will adjust them
According.
from lowest to highest, and then we will flip them over. And then we will determine who goes first, and you can determine that paper, rock, scissors, roll a die, whatever, but I'm going to be a gentleman and let the lady go first. So she will get to choose first.
I will take one of my meeples, and even though it's not the smartest move, I'm going to take the grass because I really like it.
She is the weed queen.
I am.
And I'm going to take this one.
Well, then I'm going to go first at least.
And then I will take the only one left. So then we set out the next 4 tiles.
Alright, then I take my wheat. I'm going to put it there. And I'm going to pick that one.
Okay. I take my water, set it here. I'll go here, and then I'm going to take that one.
Okay, I'm going to take my grass, put it there, because it doesn't match. And I'll take that one.
And then I will take that one and take my water and put it here.
26, 2, 3. So I did too many. Ooh. Well, because my two guys are first, I get to go twice. And I'm gonna put these together so that everything connects, and then I can get more points. And then because I want my grass to actually count for something, I'm gonna get those two.
Okay. Then I only have those two to take, and now I have to decide where I'm gonna put these. So we talked about how it's a 7x7 grid when it's 2 people. So what that means is you can go 7 spaces, 7 spaces, each tile has 2 spaces along this way as well as this way. So I have this wheat that is going to connect there. Remember when I talked about bad city planning? Well, I'm one of those bad city planners right now.
He's not usually this bad.
Okay. I don't normally go for mines.
That's true.
Mines are tough.
I don't either, actually. I find them annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
I get to go first with both of them, so I'm going to take this and this, even though the Loch Ness Monster is the winning tile.
He is. Alright, that leaves me with only 2 options. So.
And we'll bring down new tiles. And now we can slide these this way and give us some space.
Okay. So I go first. Well, it has grass. I need a couple crowns.
I need a couple of double wheats. So then we will place our last tiles.
Oh, I can't believe you made a perfect square.
I did.
Wow.
My city planning wasn't terrible in the end.
It wasn't terrible. So, because I can't put 2 tiles down because I've got these 2 wasted spaces and they don't connect. So I can only put 1 down, and I'm gonna go with the one that gives me more points.
So even though the one has a crown on it, the forest will give her more points because she'll get 2 points for that, where she would actually, it gives her the same amount of points.
Yeah, it does.
Either way.
But that one's prettier.
So to total our points, we're gonna do Caroline and Dash. So Caroline, how many wheat do you have? And let's see how you count those up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I've got 2 crowns, so it's 18 points.
So she has 18.
All right. And my woods, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1 is 5, and then 3 times 1 is 3, and then 2 times 1 is 2.
So 10.
So 10.
Okay, so she has 10 woods. And water?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 2 is 16. My grass, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times 6.
78.
Yes.
So.
And then the swamps is 3 times 4, so that's 12. And I have no mines, so that's 0.
With her 78, there's a reason we call her the Grass Queen.
Yeah, I really like the grass.
She will have the win with that. So then I have wheat. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These ones don't count for anything. So 8 times 2 is 16 plus 4 is 20. So I have 20 wheat, which wasn't enough more than her to do anything there. Then woods, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 2. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Then water, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 3.
24.
24. Still nothing on that grass. I got 0 grass. I have 1 grass square, but it's wasted, so no grass points. Then swamps, I have 2 crowns, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 swamps. Same as her. And then mines,
Sorry, I have to, because it doesn't get you any less
Oh,
points.
that's what I was actually going to do, and I messed it up. So
it may help you win, but oh well.
If I win by
2 points.
2 points, then yeah, you know. So with my mines, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 times 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. 9 times 4 is
36.
36, 37, 38. She still wins.
I don't know. You don't know.
So I always say that anyway.
That's true. 134. So yeah.
So 134.
18 plus 24 plus 12, and that's 38.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got 112.
So, yeah. So the weed queen wins again, or the grass queen wins again. Hopefully that made sense. Is there anything about the game that we need to go back and explain, maybe?
I should probably explain why it's called Swamp Crowns. So, once upon a time, I was playing with my sister, and I didn't notice, but I sang underneath my breath, I really need a swamp crown.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we just call it Swamp Crowns. So now you know.
It's the best name for the game
ever.
There are a couple other, I don't know if you call them expansions or variations of the game. There is Queendomino that incorporates some other things, and I think and I know there's another one that adds in some stuff as well. Hope you enjoy this, and I hope that this makes you want to go and check out this game. I enjoy it because it's got some strategy, but it's still a quick, easy game, and I like that. So go check it out, and hope you enjoyed this video, and I was happy to have Caroline with us today.
Happy to be here.
We'll see you next time.